Wneud I dorri ar lawnt? Wneud I dorri ar lawnt? So in this section we're asking for help with tasgau yn yr ardd, tasks in the garden, tasgau yn yr ardd. So gofyn am help. Wneud I dorri ar lawnt? Will you mow the lawn? Wneud I sgubo'r iard? Will you sweep the yard? Newch chi chwynnu'r llwybr? Newch chi chwynnu'r llwybr? Lots of learners seem to have a bit of trouble with that W at the beginning of the sentence here. What I like to imagine is making a little kissing shape with your lips at the beginning of the word and then saying just the next letter, the N, newch. It's almost as though that W is a silent one, but we still make the shape. Sometimes people will say it a bit more obviously, wnewch, but I think it sort of gets swallowed up sometimes. Newchi. Will you weed the path? Newch chi dynnu'r ffa? Notice, remember there's llythyrau in glass there, those blue letters. Or are they aqua or turquoise? I don't know. I'm going to call them glass blue. Newch chi dynnu'r ffa? We've got a treiglad meddal there again. Will you pick the beans? Newch chi dynnu'r ffa? Wnaeth hi dacluso'r shed? Wnaeth hi dacluso'r shed? Again, we've got that treiglad. But we're still using the same pattern here. We're just talking about somebody different. So we've had wneud I, will you? Wnewch chi, will you? In a more formal way, or if you're asking a group of people. And now we have wnaeth hi. Wnaeth hi dacluso'r shed? Will she tidy the shed? Wnaeth e docio'r rosys? Wnaeth e docio'r rosys? Will he prune the roses? Wnawn ni fwydo'r radar? Wnawn ni fwydo'r radar? Will we feed the birds? Os gwna I ddyfrio'r tomatos, wneud I helpu? So we've got two things going on here. If I will do something, will you do something else? Os gwna I ddyfrio'r tomatos, wneud I helpu? If I water the tomatoes, will you help? Os wna I ffeindio'r trywel, wneud I ddechrau rhoi compost yn y potiau? Os wna I ffeindio'r trywel, wneud I ddechrau rhoi compost yn y potiau? Again, this is the same sort of pattern. This time we're saying, if I will find the trowel, if I find the trowel, will you start to put compost in the pots? It's just we've got a little bit more going on. We've got an extra verb there. Will you start to put compost in the pots? I like to call this Lego Welsh. It's where we add little bits of extra things to add more detail to our sentences. If I found the trowel, will you start putting compost in the pots? Gwnair peintio os gwnewch chi'r glanhau. Gwnair peintio os gwnewch chi'r glanhau. I will paint if you clean. Gwnaeth hi lenwi'r pwll os gwneud I helpu? Gwnaeth hi lenwi'r pwll os gwneud I helpu? She will fill the pool if you help. Wneud I frechdannau os gwna I dynnu letys o'r ardd? Wneud I frechdannau os gwna I dynnu letys o'r ardd? So this is an interesting brawddeg, an interesting sentence, because here we're using gwneud I to mean will you make? Will you make sandwiches? Wneud I frechdannau. Whereas we often use wneud I with another verb. Wneud I dynnu'r ffa. Will you pick the beans? Wneud I dynnu'r ffa. Here we're using it as a verb all by itself. Will you make the sandwiches? Wneud I frechdannau os gwna I dynnu letys o'r ardd. Will you make sandwiches if I pick lettuce from the garden? Gwna, wrth gwrs. So again, we've got these atebion, these answers that we need when we have questions in Gymraeg. And if you are being asked neidi or newch chi, our answer is gwna. And we can extend that with wrth gwrs. Gwna wrth gwrs. Yes, of course. Na, dwi'n rhy brysur. Na, dwi'n rhy brysur. No, I'm too busy. So you can see by using this pattern we can learn how to ask for help. So when you ask neidi or newch chi, it's a nice polite way of asking somebody to do something. It's a little bit different from giving a command. So if you can, dysgwch y berfau, learn the verbs, neidi, newch chi and gwna and so on. Have a go at putting them into some sentences. If you get stuck, let me know. I can always help. Do you remember, I'm on the Discord, I'm on social media, or you can drop me an email. Quickest way to get in touch is tyfucymraeg@gmail.com. I know I'll get that for sure. Hwyl am y tro.